welcome to Bibi Knows Best. I hope that you all had an amazing summer. For me, this break was awesome and it allowed me to really come back with full of energy. But let me tell you something, I really miss you all, and I'm super happy to be back for the following weeks, all of these weeks that we're gonna be together. So let me just tell you what I have think about this new season of Bibi Knows Best. Well, we're gonna speak about uncertainty, about resilience. We're going to speak about personal branding. We're going to speak also about how to make a company global. We're going to speak about empathy, about diversity, and we're going to meditate together. There is other things, and please, if there is anything that I'm missing, please just share with me, because all of the things that I'm going to be working every week and I'm going to share with you every week, it's all based in your answers. It is you who have told me what do you need and what you want to hear, and I'm very obedient and I love to really just fulfill your wishes. So in this case, I'm very happy to just use these weeks that we're going to spend together to speak about these themes that are relevant for you. Before we start this week, I would like to just ask you that, first of all, you interact with me. I love this interaction. I love your feedback. So if you like the videos, let me know. If you don't like them, also let me know, because I'm here to improve. Another thing is, also, don't feel afraid to share the information about what things you know that also could be helpful for me. Why I'm saying that is because I'm also a student. I'm always learning, and a lot of the things that I share with you are things that I need to keep remind myself. And sometimes after thinking that it's already installed in my brain and I think that it is not. And I have to go back again and again and try practicing, read these books and kind of study. And sometimes I even go back to my coaches and I tell them, listen, I need to refresh that. The whole philosophy about Bibi Knows Best is sharing. It's sharing knowledge and sharing tips and sharing ways that has helped me to really get to a point where I really feel that I'm fulfilled and happy. And the reason why is because when the whole COVID thing started, I had planned so many conferences, and I also was about to launch a mentorship program. I have definitely private students that they work with me one-on-one, and that was awesome. But I also realized that not everyone could afford or have the time to be committed to a full program. In this case, I thought, wow, everyone is home, and why not to share this information that could be helpful for someone? So this is the whole philosophy of Bibi Knows Best, and it started with the aim to share what I know and what I get from others and try just to give it to you the way it is. And this is how we started. And I'm having so much fun doing it. And because of your feedback, I have decided to continue to do it. And this is what is making it a lot of fun. But don't forget that this is for you. And if you continue to give me feedback and you tell me what you need, I'm very happy to do it, because this is for you who are listening, for you who are watching, and you don't know how much I appreciate that. And listen, another thing that I'm going to ask for you is, if you know someone that is going through a tough time, that any video that you see you believe that could be useful, please share with these people. Because if you can just change one person's day or life, do you know the domino effect that have that in your life and the amount of positivity that you bring into your life? So in this case, these videos are completely free, and actually it's something that if sometimes somebody might need to hear this message, and it's good to do it. So feel free to keep sharing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, just subscribe right now. Don't just do that. Yeah. Well, now that I just did this introduction and I have told you why I'm doing this and why I continue to do this and how happy to be back here after this break, It's really to let you know that I'm going to start speaking today about resilience. Decisions start with resilience. And why is that? Because I know that a lot of people are going through times, tough times, and they need to know how to really work with the adversity. For some people, these times has not been easy. And resilience is this capability that we all have to really manage much better adversity. And in this case, I think that we need to do the alchemy to transform these situations that are difficult in positive ones and make ourselves stronger and stronger. From pain becomes strength. And in this case, I believe that I would like to share with you some of the advices that help us to really deal with situations much better and how we could build up better capability to be resilient. The first one is allow yourself to recover. If you're going through a tough time, remember that time is important. I mean, you could not think that you went through something happened in your life, that you're facing a problem, and from one day to another, it's just going to disappear. People who we might be perceived as very positive, that doesn't mean that we don't really need the time sometimes to recover. Some situations are tough, and guess what? All of us, we need this time to just understand it, feel much better, and that's okay. So give it time. Time is a really good way to really see things in different perspectives. At the beginning might feel awful, but you know that day after day the situation becomes a little bit better. So that's important. Another thing is try to manage the pressure in the situations. When we are going through a tough time, we feel pressure. And the pressure could be big, and some people are really crazy and they don't know how to manage pressure, and they go nuts and they start really having tension all over, and this is not healthy. So there is a very simple tip when it comes to manage pressure and tension, and it's just breathe. Yeah, it's as simple as that. When we are super stressed, when we are going fast and when our heart is pumping because we are full of anxiety and fear, my advice and my invitation to you is breathe. This is not really something that I came up with. It's only things that I've been experiencing, and I've been very, very blessed to have the best teachers and understanding what is happening when we breathe. And when we breathe is that we really change the chemistry of our body. So just try this with me. Just close your eyes for a second and just breathe. Another time, just breathe. Take this deep breath. And immediately you feel how the chemistry of your body changes. You start to relax much better. So this is amazing. So this is another really something that sometimes through our days we forget completely about breathing. And this is why we accumulate tension. And this is a good thing. Well, the third one is confront the problem. We all have problems. The only people who have no problems, they are really in the cemetery, because that's when the problems finish. In this case, we all have problems. If you're moving, if your heart is just bumping somewhere, you have one day or another a problem. The problem is not something to just deny the problem. Sometimes we play this ostrich situation and we said, oh no, I don't want to see the problem, and I just don't want to see it. No, that's not the way. The way is to look the problem in the eye, recognize that you have a problem, and just confront the problem. The moment that you look the problem in the eye, it always becomes smaller. You know why? Because you realize that in the problem is the solution. You might not see it at the beginning, but it's there. And what it matters is that you do not deny it. When you accept that you have a problem, this is the first step to start solving the problem. Overcome sadness. Sadness is obviously a very human emotion, and it's okay to feel sad. But give yourself a timing. Me personally, I give myself no more than 24 hours to be sad. Well, at some point you need to cry and it feels good, and when you cry your hair out, at the end of the day you might feel better. You release all this tension, and it's another way to release tension, and also you build resilience like that when you really embrace that sadness, and that's it. But it's not a comfortable guest to stay in your house forever. You know that guest is good that they stay 1 or 2 days, but you should not overextend it. That is what happened with sadness. It should not stay for too long, because they become addictive and then it stick with you, and it's very difficult to let sadness away. So it's good to feel it. It's an emotion that is welcome when it comes, but the thing is that we need to really release that and just overcome it. Another thing is to control our negative emotions. The negative emotions, we should transform them in positive emotions. Yes, sometimes it's how we feel, but the attitude makes a difference. You could not control the things that happen to you, but you can control how you manage these things and the attitude to confront these things. So my invitation to you is only one, and is that you really try to transform these emotions in positive emotions, because inside of that emotions, in reality, it is always a gift. And maybe you don't see it. I know. But this is something that is gonna you're gonna end up connecting the dots and understanding why this happened in your life. And don't forget that this is really a journey, and that everything that happened to us is an experience. And sometimes we judge them like good or bad experience, but in reality is an experience. Some experiences are of course more fun and we like them better. But I think that from that situation sometimes is when really we learn something. We all grow in adversity, and this is true. If I have to analyze my life, I will let you know one thing. The moments that I grow the most is the moments that I was really going through pain and adversity. They were not my easiest moments. When everything goes great, So I'm not growing there. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not growing. But the thing is, when I grow through different paths that it was rough, in reality, that's when I really make a jump. And these jumps has been incredible. So I do believe that it's important that we understand that there is growth in adversity. Another thing we need to do is reconsider. When something happened, try to make an analysis about what happened. And in reality, you need to make a decision. And instead of being a victim, try to be an example. When something happens, you choose what kind of narrative they want to share with people. The narrative of, look what happened to me, or the narrative of what happened to me allow me to be this person right now. So this is really important, that we decide what kind of narrative I'm going to really share with the people, and how to want to use these opportunities as an opportunity, because adversity it's an opportunity, and that's how we become resilient, when we understand that it's an opportunity for us to be the best version of ourselves. And the last advice I would like to give you is to heal yourself. It is important that we make this effort to really heal and move on. Don't get stuck into that situation, into that problem that you have. It is important that we realize that, you know what? I really want to heal this situation because it feels so much better. And the moment that you pass that, you already are a better person. And that is all about that, right? We all want to be a better people. So this is it for this week. And if you are going through a tough time, I think that if you practice only this, sometimes simple things like breathing into your pain, trying to understand it, trying to extract a lesson from it, just tag into your sadness and connect with it and see what messages have for you. I guarantee you will become resilient and you will be proud of yourself. So this is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being there. And don't forget that I love you. Ciao, ciao.